So welcome to this vlog. This vlog is going to be called Me versus the Robin. So basically what I'm doing here, the whole premise and purpose of this vlog is going to be to sit here and wait for the robin to come and sit on the post that I've set up that's got the nice yellow bush or tree behind it. It's a bush, and that could take a while, but I'm not going to stop until I've got this shot, and that's my plan for today. Well, probably the rest of this week. Now I know the robin does go and sit on this post occasionally because I've seen him doing it from outside or from inside my house. Whether he'll be so keen when there's a camera pointing at him is another matter, but I'm trying to I'm literally just got as little of this hide open as possible, and I'm just see if I can hear him. Wouldn't it be just like it to just come and sit on it now? Come on. Imagine it comes and sits on here after about 3 minutes of me being out here. That would be mad. Oh, there he is. Bugger. That's really frustrating. It landed on the post, but I had my focus in completely the wrong spot, and then I missed the focus. By the time I'd moved it, it moved into a position that I wasn't happy with, and then it went. Oh, that's so frustrating. At least now I've got a bit of an idea of the size of it on there, so I can zoom in a bit, definitely, and still get a good shot. Oh man, that's frustrating, to say the least. I've picked this time of day. Well, I've picked this time of day mainly because it's quiet and there's no one here. It's probably about 8:15 in the morning. But also I've picked this time of day because you've got the light on the trees at the back, and sometimes it works brilliantly when there's no light on the trees and the light's all on the subject. So when there's so if I was to come out here at about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I've got no light at all hitting the trees at the back, but I've got all the light on the perches at the front, which means that the birds are illuminated against a darker background, which makes for a really striking shot. But today, well, for this shot, what I really want is those really vibrant yellows. I want those lit up. So, and obviously I need the bird lit up as well, but I want the bird lit up. And the sparrows. I want the bird lit up and the background lit up for this shot, because I want those really vibrant yellows on or in my shot. Not a sound of a robin at the moment. What I will say, there's quite a few people on my last bird video recommended that I buy sunflower hearts if I want to attract in the finches. Now I did have Niger seed. I've got Niger seed up already, but I did buy a big bag of sunflower hearts, and what I've done is I've replaced the general seed with the sunflower hearts, and the sunflower hearts is not going down very well at all with the sparrows or the other birds. No one's really, it's gone down a bit, but normally although there is, like I said earlier, there's been a drop off, or like I said in the last video, there's been a drop off in birds, but normally I would be refilling that on the normal seed once a day, and I haven't had to refill that at all yet, and it's been about 4 days, and it's only about halfway down. So the birds are coming to it, but they're not, it's not their food of choice. But then I guess if it's the finches' food of choice, then I'll keep it up, because I want the finches to come in the garden. I'd rather the sparrows didn't enjoy it very much and the finches came and ate it, rather than the sparrows came and ate it all and enjoyed it and there were no finches. Was the night after pubcast. My head was a-throbbing, but the garden was empty. Not even a robin. It's not the night after pubcast. But I was trying to think of why my head might be throbbing. I'll tell you what, the B-roll on this is going to have to be pretty spectacular to keep people watching, isn't it? Maybe I'll cut in some B-roll of some waterfalls somewhere and pretend they're in my back garden. Oh, man. What did you watch last night, Derek? Well, Martin, I sat and watched a guy sitting in his hide for an hour and a half, waiting for a robin that never came. Oh, that sounds interesting, Derek. Yeah, it was Derek. That sounds interesting, Derek. Well, no, not really, Martin. He was a boring old bastard anyway. Oh, that's a shame. Why'd you carry on watching? Nothing better to do. Okay. Surely could have switched over to another YouTube channel. Yeah, but, you know, who wants to watch exciting people going out to exciting places when you can watch a boring fat old bloke sit in a hide for an hour and a half waiting for nothing? Well, that's a very good point, Derek. So I've literally just come back into the hide. I've put the camera out now, the GoPro out right next to the post. And I put some suet on the post instead. I've moved off the general seed and put the little suet pellets on the post, and straight away, flipping Robin came over and started taking it. And he came, got some, took it back, went off, and then went back again, got some more. But I just wasn't in the right position to take the shot. It's really frustrating, but that suet's clearly going to be the way to draw the robins onto the post, especially if they're in and around. Like literally the moment that I put it on, it saw it and it was over to get some. So, you know, what I need to do now is just, hopefully there's a bit left on there, sit and wait, hope it comes back again, stay in position. If not, I'll have to work at taking it off and then putting it back on and hoping the robin sees it and comes back before, or, you know, once I'm finally set up. Yeah, but frustrating. I missed it, just missed it again. You have no idea how frustrating this is getting now. So literally just then managed to have the robin on the post, cameras on, ready to take the shot, and it would not focus. So frustrating, it just wouldn't pick it and focus it. So I got one shot which was out of focus, and that's so frustrating. But just then, again, beautiful moment, had the baby robin being fed by the adult robin, but down below the post. But yeah, it's incredibly frustrating because I'm just desperate to get this robin in this shot. But yeah, I'm starting to think that I'm fighting a losing battle. Well, that's a bit of a massive bonus. While I was sitting out here waiting for the robin, my greenfinches came back, so I'm really pleased. I didn't get the most amazing shots of I got the male, which was sat up on the top branch His tail was dropping behind the branch, so it didn't make the best of shots, but then he went down to feed and the female came along and she fed as well, so that's really cool. And they were eating the sunflower hearts, which is exactly what I was hoping for, so thank you guys for the advice on that. That's brilliant to have the greenfinches back in the garden, and hopefully they'll be more regular visitors now and I'll be able to get some really nice shots of them, but just to see them back is absolutely fantastic. So although it was a disappointing day on the robin on the post front, seeing the greenfinches back in the garden and managing to get one of them in a decent pose was absolutely fantastic, and it was a great experience to see them back again. Not only that, but I was also blessed with the presence of a young blackbird hopping around in the undergrowth and along the ground for most of the day, accompanying me while I waited for the robin, and I couldn't resist getting a few shots of him either. As for the robin, no robin on the post, but I did manage to get a robin on a stump, and actually it's not a bad shot. Welcome to day 2. I've got a good feeling about today. I think today's going to be the day that this robin's going to come and sit on that perch for me. I've switched from having the camera on a tripod to hand holding because I just can't get the focus point and get everything moved to where I want it to go quick enough with the tripod. So I know if I hand hold I can just boom, get it there, take the shot, make those micro adjustments much more easily. So that's what I'm doing today. And now it's just a question of sitting and waiting for it to come. It was already on the perch first thing, or on the post first thing, so hopefully I've restocked the post with the suet pellets, and now we're just going to wait. So I missed the shot again. He came onto the post, but he was facing the other way, but I was way too close, way too tight on him, and yeah, so I missed the shot, but he was facing away from me, so that wasn't the shot I wanted anyway. But you know, I still should be getting those shots. I mean, I did better than yesterday, but it's getting a bit ridiculous now. So I'm actually alright at this. I'm not bad at this photography lark, and I'm starting to feel like this is making me look like a bit of a pillock. So it's just a little greenfinch up in the tree there, a little female, so I managed to fire off a few shots there. Just surrounded by a few leaves, just in a little gap. Sometimes it's nice to get them up in the trees rather than out on the perches. It makes for a slightly different shot. It's difficult with the lighting, it's because it's normally quite dark where they sit, but yeah, that's quite nice. I thought it was a sparrow at first, and I was like, oh, let's get a little shot of this female sparrow. Turns out it was a greenfinch. So, result all round. A robin on a post though, it is not. So although the robin had eluded me for yet another day, getting the opportunity to shoot the female greenfinch in the seclusion of the trees, even though it isn't the best of shots, was still a fantastic experience. And not only that, my old friends the sparrows were back, and they were making for some really interesting subjects, just sitting on the right places at the right time. More than that though, the baby sparrows, the fledglings, were starting to come into the garden, and I was absolutely privileged to have the opportunity to shoot one of the babies being fed by an adult male. And to be honest with you, that's a far more pleasing shot than any robin on a post. Straight away, literally, as soon as I sat down, robin on the post, finally got the shot. I'm still not 100% sure if it's the exact shot that I'm happy with, so I'm going to hang around and try and get some others, but I've got the shot of the robin on the post, finally. So it's only taken me 3 days of sitting here to get it, but I have got it. It's literally waiting for me to come out this morning and put some food on that post, so it's absolutely fantastic. So I got the shot of the robin in the end. But the moral of the story here, don't get too focused on one thing. Take time to look at what else is around you. If I'd have only focused on that post, waiting for that robin to come along, I'd have missed out on some fantastic photo opportunities with the fledgling blackbird and the fledgling sparrows being fed by their parents, the greenfinches coming back into the garden, and also there was a nuthatch and a sparrowhawk that made a brief appearance, although I didn't get the shot on camera. So look around you, enjoy the experience, and don't just focus on one thing. So here's the shot of the robin. By any means, it's not the best shot in the world, but I had a hell of a lot of fun waiting for it.